nice day, but it has been raining. Morning, Can. Hopefully we've missed the kids. Make sure my sound check's good. Yeah, sound's on. These are my phone mics, so I'm having to talk up very close to it for you to hear me. And I think this will be possibly the last walk of the week for Portsmouth. Hello, Kate. Right, I've got to cross the road here and that's where we're heading down. I make this as long as possible. I'm already using my battery charger. Forgot to put my phone charger on when I fell back asleep. Oh dear. That's right, we're in the UK, that's why all the flag of St George and you'll see some Union Jacks in a minute. I think it's been raining overnight by the looks of the pavement. I think the bunting's been left over from St George's Day last week. No, I'm not a liar. I do know what charlatan is. It's a very old meaning that you used to call politicians back in the day. Okay, you have a nice day, Kate. Oh, I intend to, as long as I've got internet, I'll blog. There's been some Portsmouth stuff coming up later in the week. Possibly even walking along the promenade up from Clarence Pier down to, say, the Spindler, like I did last time. That one would be over an hour long. There's a Union Jack. Hopefully, I don't know, I think the kids might be off for Easter. Try not to go out my way to film kiddies. Hello there. L-I-R Master 396. I'm saying that because that's a little easier to say than the first bit. So don't get too offended. And we try to keep the political nonsense out that's going on at the minute off the channel. Could get me in trouble with YouTube. Let's just say none of our politicians are good. Whatever flag they fly, I wouldn't trust them as far as could touch them with a barge pole. All crooked, charlatans, Monty Banks. All got pies in all the bread baskets. Fingers in the bread baskets, that's the phrase I'm looking for. They're about as crooked as each other. Only about Labour because I don't like the Tories. Never did. I started to watch the Edward Hughes documentary on the BBC. Frankly, I turned off, it was a bit boring. Really interesting, that wasn't. Got a couple of gnomes. I prefer the politics pre-1945. They were more predictable than this lot of hopeless fools. Hello, Olga. We're down Bedford now, heading towards Churchfields. I don't normally use my battery to charge pack this early on in the game, but I forgot to leave my phone on charge. If you're just starting vlogging on YouTube, a battery pack or a few is essential if you're going to be out for a long time. And you can pick one up from Amazon with a lightning port for about 15 quid. They're reasonably cheap. I have three. I've got to remember to charge the one I'm using now, the one I might use later, and then the big boy up tonight. ready for the Portsmouth trip. I only get about 2 hours 20 minutes when the iPhone 13's battery is full. Got an iPhone 13 chip. This will be the first down Portsmouth since my cousin's wedding back in May last year. The vlogs are up already if you want to see that. See where this van's going. I think we're good. Oh no, the car's coming now. I've got this trouble. It can't be on this possible. There's no traffic lights. Right. Now and ever. You can probably tell it's quite overcast. It's been grey and dull. I'm going to have to turn you sideways in order to fit through that little turnstile. I can't do it with the, don't think I can do it with the phone long ways. You're going to see black at the minute, and that's the turnstile. There's Churchfield. A bit nippy today as well. I don't know what them birds are up in that tree. Let's see if I can see still enough to try and track them. Do a bit of zooming in action. I think they're too high up for my arm to reach. Never mind. They're up in that tree up there somewhere. Oh, good, I ain't brought me wallet on me. Chopped all this down since last year. Spring tree blossom at the end of the month. So I swallowed a bit of toothpaste, not very nice. Literally, I've just woke up. That's where we are. And Peters is just coming up. I'll try and get a decent view of that. I've got to sit sideways view for a moment so I can fit through. Yeah, that's a bit of a tight squeeze. And pussy willow. I think they're pussy willow. We'll just see them in a bit. Nice blossom anyway, if not pussy willow. Oh. I'm using my hand at the minute, my battery charger pack, and my phone to try and stabilise the picture a little bit. Nothing super complicated. If it works, don't mend it. That's my motto. Or if it's not broken, don't mend it. That's the one. I mean, I obviously wouldn't come to this little pad at night time. That can be when it gets really dark. That would be stupid. I don't do stupid, and we're not going to fight with a blade of grass today. That's why I come this way down. And she's all come up in blossom near the church. That is Woodshaw Wise up that way. It's a long way to walk. There's St Peter's Church where I had my bacon cob over the weekend. Very nice and very yummy. Now let's walk towards the car park now, as in the reservoir one. £2 if you're in Leicester to have a bacon cob and to do a raffle. I don't think we'll go to the garden today. I think it'll be a bit wet to walk on. It looks like the grass where that car is. Watch me step a little minute, mate. Yeah, definitely mowed the grass. And car ends are due for short back and sides as well. Ah, little squirrel. Starting across near to that car. Can't get near enough. And I don't need the trips built. It's not on the agenda today. The DAFs are starting to disappear for this year. Sometimes there's this big tree you see the odd squirrel. I think that's where the nest. And so you even see a park squirrel as well on occasion. There goes the 18 into Leicester. Oh, that's him, and you can't see the number plate properly. And that's the sort of bus I'll be going on Thursday, a green flex bus. I've never been on one before, so that'll be a first. And to make sure I went in here 75%, so that's not too bad. Alright, I'm doing a bit of blogging. It may not have wanted, may have been unwilling partner with a vlog. You have to be a bit careful, and I do try and tell them what I'm doing. When I watch my head a bit, I should be alright. I'm lower than 2 metres. I'm about 5'7", I think, in old money. And we're inside the park now. And that's where we are, somewhere where it says you're here, car park. Go around to the reservoir, which is over in that general direction. Morning. Definitely been raining, so I've got to watch my step. I won't go that way, it's probably quite slippery wet. This is the reservoir. About this time last year, they had a sewer leakage. Stinky poo. Not very nice. We'll walk nearby. Stand on the bridge for a moment. Yeah, that's all got blocked up. Looks like it's quite shallow this morning. That duck is sort of standing quite upright. Can't see Swanee today. She's on the lake there. I think that's a more an coot in that far corner. Towards that way is their nest. But sitting on the chairs, they're bound to be wet through. I don't know how much wet the grass is. I think there's a lake or something in Portsmouth, in the South Sea Park, Canoe Lake or something. If I walk that far, I might try and get a lakeside view of that. I don't know how far into South Sea it would be. Here comes the coot, bobbing along. Just between the reeds. There he or she is. I'm never quite sure with coots. I don't think there's an easy way to find out. That's C-U-T-E and an S on the end. There's the other one. I think that might be Mother Coot or youngster from last year. There's the third one. That's how near I am to the boys. I don't seem particularly bothered with me being here. I think there's 3 or 4 coots on the lake, on the reservoir. I think we're headed down to South energetic, I don't feel. We're not going anywhere near that. I might end up in the drink with the boys. Still not fixed it. It's been like that for a little while. The berries are gone now. Looks like the Swanee and her mate's on the lake today. You can just see a swan's head popping out. There's the boys. Lone mallard. That's be chillier than what you think. That'd be about 6 or 7 degrees. Feel like it's gonna rain. I think that's it. Swanee over there. Put me hood up. Swanee and Swanson. I can tell them apart. The female duck as a swan has a slightly duller beak. I think I'm just going to double up towards the co-op. It's starting to rain a bit. I've got my summer coat on. I'm going to disappear into those bushes in a minute, so I'm going to do an about turn and head up towards the top ridge. Right about there, but you're not going to see it too. Oh, I don't know, you might be able to. The same dinners I can get on the live stream is between them reeds. Anyway, see which way is it? Oh, I think that's the male swan actually. And it's got an orange beak. Let's quickly head towards co-op. I don't want to get too wet. This might be the final visit this week. Let's look at the reservoir. But nice, I would have headed towards the swing, but I've only got like summer coat on today. And swim out of it. Hit money there, so I've got to watch my step. And that's the way we're heading, along that footpath. Our office the only nearby 3 cash point. And I ain't paying for my money if I don't have to. Me, cash is king. Ice cream blossom. There's another. I'm going to sit on like a bench, but it's going to be wet. Get a wet backside, and I don't need that. And tree, some sort of blossom coming on that tree there. But that'll be in bloom by the time I come back. Would show my face, but that might screw up the signal, and she's behaving at the moment. I'm nearly charged, so we should have enough to do the co-op one. Not using the back for it. Not today, Benchy. I think it'll be too wet for me. This is where I felled it about a fortnight ago. Went back first. Very painful, but it's winded. Coming out in bottom in there. And as I'm heading toward the co-op, folks, I'm going to end this now and see